Hey, Iron Pigs fans, Mike Ventola with you. Very excited as we're getting the opportunity to talk to our founding partners because without the Iron Pigs, we don't have great founding partners. And of course, starting with Laurie Hackett from Air Products. And Laurie, first and foremost, thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule to be talking with me. And secondly, how are you and your family doing during this time?
Oh, thanks, Mike. We're great. Everything's just great. We're all well and safe. And hey, Iron Pigs is one of my favorite topics. So even though you're not playing baseball right now, I'm really glad to be here to talk to you about it.
No, and I know, of course, with working from home now, have you been able to feature some Iron Pigs gear around the house?
Yes, I have. Proudly that I've got some over the years. We've been a founding partner for all years since you've been here. I think we were the first one, not to brag. So each year I have collected some very nice wardrobe pieces that sport that beautiful Iron Pigs logo. So yes, in fact, one day I had the blue shirt on, I had red pants. I was ready. I was ready, Mike.
No, that's awesome. So when you think about too, you've been a founding partner since like
Mhm.
even before technically when the pigs actually started play and started really get rocking and rolling. Can you recall back to that process of when Air Products was like wanted to become a founding partner of the Iron Pigs?
Absolutely. Gosh, remember it so well. And I remember Kurt and I meeting, and he might have been the only employee so far. I think he had just moved here, and he shared his vision and what this might look like. And it's one of those things that immediately we thought, you know what, we've got to be part of this. This is going to change the Lehigh Valley. This is going to be an amazing option for our employees, for their families, for the community, for people that we're looking to bring to the valley. So, oh gosh, I remember it so well. I remember the press event when they announced the first founding partner, and there we were. So, absolutely.
And of course too, because your business, you guys have been so prominent in the Lehigh Valley and because too, not only with the work you guys do, but the work you do within the community. And because with you working in philanthropy and community relations, you get to be the voice and face of Air Products and being out in the community. Tell us a little bit about what you do and what Air Products is all about.
Sure, sure. Well, the Lehigh Valley is our global headquarters. So we have 18,000 employees around the world, and our global headquarters right here, and we're committed to staying here. So absolutely, I'm just so lucky to have my job that I get to be out in the community with colleagues, with volunteers, and really represent the company. And our relationship with the Iron Pigs, and honestly, I don't say this to all the girls, but our relationship with Iron Pigs is so special. Just a really good partnership with you all. Kurt is an amazing leader. We love the work of Iron Pigs charities. So for us, it's just always a pleasure when there's an event, Air Products Night at the Iron Pigs, or just sharing our suite and our tickets with the community or with our employees. It's always wonderful. It's a really strong partnership that we look to sustain especially after we get through this pandemic.
Oh, right. And with that as well, too, and for folks who maybe who will get the opportunity to watch this interview and get to learn a little bit more about you, what was the journey like for you to get into the position you currently at? Whether it was through specific education you needed to require, any prerequisites from prior stops, how would someone be able to work into a role that you've been doing now for such a long time?
Yeah, thanks. Oh gosh, thanks for asking. Sure. My background was really working in colleges and universities. So I did that kind of work. I always taught at the university level, but was always involved in community, always a volunteer looking for, opportunities on boards or councils or working committees. So I was working at Lehigh University and learned that Air Products was really looking to expand what we did in the area of community and giving. And I thought, well, that sounds pretty cool. Didn't know if I would, how I do in a corporate environment, having worked in higher ed, and I love the energy from working at a college campus with students. But it was a great match, and so it'll be 15 years that I've been there, and and I haven't had a bad day, and yeah, so it's wonderful. So my job is to be out in the community, connect the company with everything that's happening in the community, and we do that through our volunteer work, and we do that through our involvement in so many other ways, and also certainly through our giving.
And you speak about that giving too, and one of the things that and with Air Products and the Iron Pigs, so much is involved, but one thing too, at least for me, my favorite thing I got a chance to really help experience was the strikeout cancer night which is, without you guys, and it doesn't happen. And knowing that over $40,000 the past 2 years has been raised, and with the Iron Pigs and Air Products, working together, one of many things that we work together on. Where does that rank on some of the nights that you get a chance to experience when going to Coca-Cola Park?
Sure. Gosh, Mike, even you saying that makes me teary. It was wonderful. And before we did it, Kurt said to me, just wait, Laurie. Like, I know you all had this vision, and he was right. When I was there the first one, we've done it, twice now. When everyone holds up their placard on who they're honoring during Strikeout Cancer Night, it was just an amazing moment. And the chance for it to not only benefit Iron Pigs charities and Iron Pigs, but all of the cancer support organizations, they all come together and share in this. And just for one night, we all focus on the amazing organizations that are doing so much to support the people facing it, as well as their family and their caregivers. It is such a wonderful event. Absolutely.
Now, and with that as well too, because of, with everything that's been going on as well. And, I feel like for multiple businesses and business owners, we're learning a lot, not only about what this virus is doing, but even learning about ourselves and what we can do to continue to be proactive within the community. For you yourself, and even for Air Products, have you guys kind of been talking about, well, once we get out of this, as much as we've done for so many, and you guys have done so much for so many different entities, that now maybe this could be a new avenue to do some community work in?
Absolutely. And, Mike, we've discovered that already. So one thing we've been doing is Air Products employees and some of our leadership have been matched virtually, and they're serving as kind of loaned executives virtually for a few hours a week with different directors of nonprofit organizations. So we're doing matching. So we have 24 people from Air Products who are now serving as a virtual mentor, and they are talking 2 to 4 hours a week with an executive director of a nonprofit, because that's something we can give. We're all home. Maybe we can't go out and work at the food bank or help to deliver meals, but you bet we can offer some of our, expertise or, energy or talents to a nonprofit that is just overwhelmed right now with everything that they're doing on the front lines of helping folks to get through this pandemic.
With you talking so much about being out in the forefront of the community and all the great things that you get a chance to do each and every day, what is one aspect of your work or even your job overall that most people wouldn't know unless they really got a chance to know you and the work that you're doing?
Thanks. That's a great question. Well, I go to a lot of events, and that's kind of what everybody says. Oh, another breakfast, another dinner, another gala, another golf outing. I do love those golf outings, I must say. But and absolutely I do. But whenever I go, it's we can say it's work, but I love it because it's a chance to connect or reconnect or meet new people through this, because we just have this opportunity to be involved in so many different ways across the valley, with other businesses, with government leaders, and with nonprofits, of course. So even though I'm out and about all of the time, I think it's making those relationships go even deeper and coming up with new creative projects, like the Stand Up for Cancer, like programs through the Volunteer Center or anything else. There's nothing better than being at a dinner, and I always try to mix up our table. Whenever we have an event or anything, I always invite nonprofit friends or some government folks along with Air Products people, and the creativity and the brainstorming that can come out of that is just incredible. Our relationship in this valley is authentic. We're here to stay. We're not just writing checks, and we're honored to be able to support organizations, but we're in this for the long haul. We're strong, and we're sustained, and we're committed to the Lehigh Valley and to those relationships.
And which is great too, because even with all the X's and O's, it goes into our partnership and all the other things you get a chance to do.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you said earlier you're a fan of Iron Pigs baseball. So how much, if you actually think about when you go out to Coca-Cola Park throughout a season, that you go in business and in a business role, but also too that you and your family go as fans and go and have a good time?
Absolutely. So I used to live in Cleveland, and I must admit I do have a Joe Carter signed baseball. Really,
Oh, yeah.
really proud to say that. But then I sort of fell away, didn't know much about baseball. And at the beginning, when Iron Pigs first opened, I'd go to a game and Kurt would afterwards say, "How was the game?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but I met a whole lot of people and had a great time." But certainly since then, after all these years of going to so many games, I've come to love it. Uh, Kurt told me this early on. Don't miss a game without taking time to walk all the way around Coca-Cola Park and to just see the different vantage point from each. And so each time we go, we always do that. We take time to go out to the, what do you call it, out in the grass, pigs on a blanket?
Yep, yep. So
Uh,
you have to go out in left field there. Yep, on the grassy knoll over there. Yep.
it just gives you a chance to see the kids playing in the play yard. To it's wonderful. So going to a game, absolutely, just as you said, Mike, is so much more than whether I'm going with a work event or with my family or with friends. It just, I don't mean to sound corny, but you don't want to be anywhere else. And have to say, some of us were talking the other day, like, it hardly seems summer. How are we going to have summer without Iron Pigs? I mean, we will for a while, but it sure isn't going to be the same.
No, you're right, and we're hoping that baseball can find its way back at some point, and we're back at Coca-Cola Park having a good time. And when you get a chance to sit in the stands and you're watching everything that's going on, do you have a favorite promotion that you enjoy watching? Is it whether it's the pork race, the t-shirt toss? Is there something that really stands out to you that in that even when you're bringing people to the first time, you're like, look, you got to watch this. This is fun.
Well, apart from when you mention Air Products, but yes, okay. After that, I am a big fan of the Dancing Dirt Dudes. I gotta say, are you one of them by any chance?
I've wanted to be one, but I haven't been there long enough to be in that time. To be
Those are good career goals for you, Mike. Okay, a little something you can work up to. So
exactly.
yeah, I would say the Dancing Dirt Dudes have to be. But you know what? Every promotion there is so darn clever. Just when you think it can't get any better, you all and your creativity and your marketing genius come up with something else.
No, definitely. That's one of the biggest challenges that Kurt tells us, throughout the season. Keep mental notes. What can we do to get better? And then when we're going on a retreat, he's like, all right, let's hear these fun ideas. And as you know, those were those ideas come from. And we try to do our best to always entertain. And, with that as well, too, do you have a favorite food item? Like you're like, when I go to the ballpark, I got to have this.
I do have a favorite. And it's not always on the menu, but you have this buffalo chicken dip.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's on every menu or if you've got to, I don't know, call ahead, special order. I go nuts for that buffalo chicken dip. I have to tell you. In fact, one time you weren't in season, or maybe it was a season, there wasn't a game. I asked if I could order some for a party I was having. So it was so good. We got like tons of it, but it was great. So I was able to bring a little bit of that ballpark food home to enjoy.
Which I'll have to let Alex and Brock know from our food and bev department that we need to make sure it's around and ready to go. So
yes, absolutely.
I like it too. It's awesome. So
yeah, what's your favorite?
I think for me, geez, what's funny? I think without question, our ballpark makes really good burgers. I don't know what it is. I love our burgers. I know some people are like, oh, come on, you can get a burger anywhere. I think the burgers are really good. And they had an item. I tried it once. It was so good, but I was afraid to do it again. Was the not your cousin's hot dog, which was this big, had a bunch of toppings on it, like and things. It almost gave me a heart attack. That's how good it was. It was one of those accident digestion was big after eating that. So
it's one of those. I'm taking this for the team.
Yes,
I'm just
exactly.
for the team. I'm willing to do it.
So I know we talked about some of the fun moments and, and all the cool things that happen, at Coca-Cola Park and, even a lot of the things that you guys get a chance to do and, continuing to look forward. And I know right now it's hard just because with all that's going on, but once we hopefully do get back to getting back to normal and working on things like we once did, when it comes to Air Products and the Iron Pigs, what are you looking forward to most to, collaborate?
Sure, absolutely. And I know we will get back to it. I know this is just a little bit of a pause. So absolutely, I would be most looking forward to Air Products Night at Iron Pigs. We've been able each year to choose an area of focus and attention. And this year, which last year as well, we had a theme which was batting for people of all abilities. So it was a night of inclusion. And we had so many exciting things. We have so many exciting things planned. So when we get back and when we get scheduled, so many of our employees are excited. We've come together to put on an amazing Air Products night in support for people who are, and really celebrating people of all abilities. So that's what I look forward to the most.
Which is awesome. So we're hoping that we get to that point. Just got to hope that, people continue to get healthy, get safe out there, and we can get back to having baseball. And of course, getting back to having everything else. Laurie, I want to thank you so much for joining me. It was a blast getting a chance to talk with you. I had a lot of fun. Before I let you go, anything else you'd like to add? Ask yourself for anything you'd like to put out there for our fans who will be watching.
Sure. I guess I would just, well, first of all, thank you, Mike. I feel the same way. So thanks for chatting. Just that you all are doing a great job of it, of reminding us about baseball. And I appreciate that. You're planning special events. You're keeping baseball in front of us. You did the opening night. So clever. And I'm sure we're going to see more of that until we're back together in person. So just how important it is to keep the brand in front of us, and you're doing that. And for all of us, for fans everywhere, to know that our love for baseball and for the Pigs is true. And certainly we're going to continue that. And thank you all really for keeping your energy up, for keeping us focused that we will play baseball again. And we'll be right there supporting you when you do.
Perfect way to end this interview. Laurie, thank you so much. You and Air Products, thank you for your support. Without you guys, we're not being able to do what we can do each and every day. And of course, our first founding partner, as you said. So we thank you for that, and we appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'm proud of that. I would like a crown maybe that says that.
I was about to say, you know who to talk to if you want that. Putting Kurt on the spot right now. We're putting him on.
Kurt, I want a crown that says first founding partner. Of course, I'd like one for everybody who works at Air Products. So that might be a little hard.
Just got to keep working on them.
That's right.
So, Laurie, thank you so much, and best to you and your family. And we look forward to having you out at the ballpark, hopefully soon.
Thanks so much, Mike. Take care.
It's Laurie Hackett. I'm Mike Ventola. IronPigs fans, thanks so much for watching. We look forward to seeing you soon.